Are you excited to collect candy in Pokemon Go? Because we have the Halloween event part 1. So today we're gonna go over all the tips, tricks, strategies, and everything you need to know about this event to make sure you take everything out of this event that you possibly can. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. This event is starting on Tuesday, the 22nd at 10 a.m. and it's gonna go all the way until Monday, the 28th. And that's gonna be where the part 2 event takes over. The bonuses of this event are 3 things, which is gonna be 2 times catch candy unless you buy the $5 add-on. And the $5 add-on we will cover later in this video, so make sure to stay tuned, but it takes that 2 times catch candy into 3 times catch candy. For me personally, catch candy is fun. It's a cool bonus, but for the most part, candy is becoming a little bit more irrelevant as the game goes on, because yes, you need candy to power up to level 40 to unlock charge moves, but then after that, guys, the candy is not nearly as relevant as the XL candy becomes. So that's a little bit more. So for trainers level 31 and up, there's a good way to do this, because if you hit nice, great, or excellent throws, you have increased chances of getting that XL candy. And then finally, there's going to be an increased shiny odds for Umbreon as well as Zorua. So if you are walking your buddy and you see that buddy on the map, it's easy if you see a shiny. And just as a reminder, guys, if you are walking a Galarian bird and you're on an incense and you see one pop up, please make sure to see if that is going to be a Zorua before you use a Master Ball, because I've seen a couple of people do that. So I would suggest that if you are on a daily adventure incense, please do not be walking a Galarian bird, because if you are, you have a problem, because that could kind of, you know, sway your interest a little bit, and I don't want that to happen and waste a Master Ball on a Zorua. But there are increased shiny odds on those 2 Pokemon. And then there's gonna be the brand new Pokemon debut, which is gonna be Morpeko. So if you guys do want this Pokemon, now is a great time to be able to stock up on this cute Pikachu looking type Pokemon. Okay, so with that said, guys, let's get into our top tips, starting off with spawns in tip number 1. The spawns of this event are going to be as follows. Pretty typical kind of Halloween spawns, but nonetheless, we need to cover them. We are gonna have Zubat, Spinarak Murkrow, Mischievous Shuppet Drifloon, Purloin Zorua, Frillish, Litwick. Greavard is the only one in this set that does not have a shiny, and then if you are lucky, meaning a little bit more rare, we're gonna be getting Sableye as well as Absol. Both have shinies out. Remember that Sableye is a Stardust boosted Pokemon, and it's a little bit higher of one. It's 750 Stardust in normal conditions, and then if it is boosted in foggy weather, it goes to 938, and then if you get a star piece with the foggy weather boost, it goes all the way till 1406, which is very impressive. So please make sure to catch that as much as possible. As far as meta-relevant attacker Pokemon, none of these are going to actually be viable. However, there are some pretty good PvP Pokemon in here that we should definitely make note of and check out the IVs as well as the movesets. Starting off, we have Ariados that is actually now ranked 83 with Poison, Sting, Lunge, and Trailblaze at a 0-14-15. And then we're gonna have the Drifblim in the Great League with Astonish, Icy Wind, and Shadow Ball at 95 at a 0-15-12. And then in the Ultra League, it's actually gonna be ranked 21 with Astonish, Icy Wind, and Shadow Ball at a 1-15-15. Then we have the Jellicent in the Great League. The reason why I'm putting Jellicent in there, I know it's gonna say 175 for the ranking, and usually I don't cover that, but this Pokemon I feel like is always just a moveset away from being extremely relevant again, because it was very well ranked for quite a while. The moveset is gonna be Hex, Surf, and Shadow Ball at a 1-14-14, and then in the Ultra League, same exact moveset at a 6-14-15. with level 50, so that's gonna require 296 XL candy, so that is definitely one to be able to go out and hunt. And then we're gonna have Sableye in the Shadow, is actually well ranked at Shadow Claw, Foul Play, and Power Gem rank 63. And the 100% IVs are gonna be a 0-15-15. And Sableye also does have itself a Mega, as well as the Absol. So if you guys ever choose to max out those Megas, I know they are not relevant, but some of us kind of have that, I would love to max every Mega feeling. At least one of each of them, so that would be a way to be able to get it. And don't forget that every time you go out hunting, guys, you want a ghost type Mega at Mega level 3, which is gonna increase your XL candy gains, so please do not overlook having a Mega level 3. There are many ghost type Mega level 3s, or you could do dark type, but I prefer the ghost type because not all of these Pokemon have dark typings as well. And the Mega level 3s are gonna be Gengar, Bayonet, as well as Sableye. So please make sure to Mega evolve one of those every time you go out hunting, because it's going to serve your candy gains while you are playing. So those are all the spawns to take into account. Now let's get into our research in tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to start off with our field research and then work into our paid research. So the field research is going to be as follows. Catch 10 ghost type Pokemon for a Sandygast or a Nimble encounter 528 or 253. Catch 15 ghost or dark type Pokemon is going to be with Mega Energy. I like these research because you can, like I tell you guys, gain Mega Energy without having to raid for these Pokemon. And then once you get enough, you can Mega Evolve it. And all you need to do is Mega Evolve one of its species. So let's just call Sableye. One Sableye needs to get Mega Evolved. And then you can walk any Sableye in your bag to be able to gain Mega Energy for that Pokemon. Is all you have to do is Mega Evolve it once. So this is a great time to be able to gain that Mega Energy without having to pay to raid it. We're going to be able to get Houndoom, Sableye, Bayonet, and Absol. And each of those is going to give you 25 energy, which serves well. Evolve 3 dark type Pokemon is going to be Sableye or Scraggy, 632 or 588. And just as a reminder, guys, if you do get these Sableye, please do not catch that Pokemon. What you're going to want to do is give it a raspberry or a golden raspberry, which makes it easier to catch. Run away from that Pokemon. And then when we get a 3-time Stardust Community Day or an event, that's going to be when you catch those on a star piece, because it will get you so much more Stardust than just catching it right now. Evolve 3 ghost type is going to be a Golett at 509 and a Greavard at 438. Or we have win 2 raids for a Morpeko at 832 or a Spiritomb at 888 for winning 3 raids. I prefer, if you guys are doing those raid tasks, you have 3 of those stacked up so that when you do these raids, you can then claim 3 researches as opposed to just doing 1 at a time, unless you're really just raid crazy or you're going to be raiding anyway. But I prefer that you do this. And even a better tip is coming into raid hour with 3 of these stacked up so that you can easily complete them as soon as the raid hour starts, and potentially while you're going through raid hour, look for more of these to be able to claim. So that is tip 2. Enjoy yourself, stack up on those Sableyes, get that Mega Energy if you need it, and then we're going to check out the paid research in tip 3. Starting off, we have the Spiritomb research, which is not paid, and then we're going to work our way into the paid. Spiritomb, catch 108 ghost or dark type Pokemon for the Morpeko, 108 nice throws for a Frillish in the female, then 108 curveball throws for the male, collect 1080 max particles for the Ghastly, and then use 108 berries to help catch Sableye for the Spiritomb encounter, 1080 Stardust and 1080 CP. And the 100% IV for the Spiritomb is going to be 888, which is then going to lead us into our paid research. The $5 paid research is going to be 3 times catch candy as a bonus, catch 5 Pokemon for a lore module, spin 3 Pokestops or gyms for the Pikachu encounter. Pikachu 100% IV is going to be 402. And we have power up Pokemon 5 times for 2 silver pineapple berries for 500 XP and 500 Stardust. And then that comes to the next part, where you can choose, do you want the full belly mode or do you want the hangry mode of this specific research? The research is going to give you a onesie of the Morpeko so that you can choose which one you do want to be able to get as the research. And then if you guys do want to buy these or you don't want to do the research, they are going to be in the shop as well. For the full belly mode, you're going to catch 25 Pokemon for the Froakie with the hat, send 25 gifts to friends for a Spiritomb, catch 40 ghost or dark type for a Sableye, catch 8 different species of Pokemon for the Rowlet with the hat, feed your buddy 10 times for the Morpeko, earn 10,800 XP for the Spiritomb, and this is going to be the full belly mode, 1 Poffin, and a Morpeko encounter. And then for the other one, it's going to be the exact same rewards and tasks, and you're going to be able to get, instead of the full belly mode onesie, you will be able to get the hangry mode. And finally, we have another paid research that's going to be $2, which will be catch 10 Pokemon for the Vulpix with the costume, catch 20 Pokemon for the Piplup with the costume, catch 30 Pokemon for the Witch Hat Pikachu, 40 Pokemon for the Drifblim, use 10, 20, 30, and 40 berries to catch Pokemon to give you the Pumpkaboos, catch 6 different species of Pokemon for the Froakie and 10 different species for the Rowlet, and then you're going to get the Festival Gengar, 2 raid passes, as well as 5,000 XP. So for me personally, $2, I mean, for the raid passes is definitely a little bit more, but you get a lot of encounters. And if you guys are like, well, I really want those hat Pokemon, well, just a reminder, guys, that in this part 2, we're going to be getting the Froakie and the Rowlet. This is just a preview and an early access to those Pokemon at a very small quantity, as opposed to what you're going to be getting at that next event. And then let's not forget about our raid battle. So we're going to get Sneasel, Sableye, as well as the Yamask and the Galarian Mask. So for me, these raid battles are an absolute pass for tier 1. In tier 2, we're going to get the Hisuian version of the Typhlosion. We're going to get a Bombardier, and then we're going to be getting Umbreon. And just as a reminder, the Umbreon does have increased shiny odds. I don't think it has a costume, but I hope it does, because if it doesn't, I really suggest you guys do not raid for that Pokemon. In tier 5 raids, we do have the Origin Form Giratina, which is a good Pokemon to raid for. I like that Pokemon. The shiny is fantastic. And then in the Mega raids, we have the Sableye. And don't forget that Sableye is a fantastic Mega Level 3 for getting XL Candy for Dark and Ghost type Pokemon. I highly suggest that you guys have enough of that Mega Energy to get at least 4 of those to Mega Level 3. So that's gonna do it. Halloween Part 1, that's the takeaways. Remember, put your Ghost type Mega on when you're out hunting. Remember the IVs for these PvP type Pokemon. And then as always, make sure to maximize your throws to get more XL Candy hitting those, and then all the Sableye tasks that you do encounter, that is my #1 biggest tip and takeaway, that you do stock those up for a future comm day or event where we have that 3 times catch Stardust. So thank you guys for being here. Love and appreciate you guys. To all of my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, participation to XO. I'll see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and rating all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.